I'm going to use my rubbish train analogy because I'm going to Van Tam this situation right now because it seems to be the in thing. So we are on a train track and we are stuck on the train track. We can see a train coming straight towards us and there's nothing we can do. We need help to get off that train track, and help, unfortunately, at the moment isn't there. We received a letter this week from the directors here at Royal Quay that, if I'm being honest, the train's a lot closer than I thought it actually was, and there's a real chance that we could get a prohibition notice served on us and we would be effectively made homeless.
I think that the key thing at this point is that, you know, we've listened to lots of people argue and talk about who's to blame for this and how much this will cost and blah blah blah, and all, you know, you can strip away all the complex elements, and admittedly there is an awful lot of them, and it basically comes down now to the fact that within a matter of weeks at worst and months at best, 400 people, including ourselves, will actually be displaced from our homes, which means that we will have to leave. We won't be able to legally live here anymore. It doesn't matter that we're leaseholders. It doesn't matter that we've got mortgages. Nothing matters. None of those bits of facts and figures matter anymore. It comes down to the fact that we here at Royal Quay need help to not become homeless. It's literally that cut and dry. The letter that we received basically was just outlining that it's not financially sustainable for the residents here to continue to pay for all of the extra charges that we have, because it's so much money. I mean, just if we talk about ourselves personally, we are paying for our mortgage to live here, and then our mortgage again every single month in uplift charges. So if you just put yourself in that position, if you're a renter or if you own your own home, imagine paying double for nothing.
Out of the 200 apartments that are here, at the moment only 119 are able to pay. So that's a big shortfall, and we're talking about a waking watch, albeit we've got a residents' effort, which is an amazing story in itself. That reduces the cost. It's still a big cost to take. The insurance premiums are completely ridiculous. 700% was the quote we got.
Yeah.
And I think that was the most competitive we could find. I don't think anything else was near it. So when we come to our renewal next year, if it's still the same, it's only going to go up even more. And then all the other costs on top of that, where we're trying to get ourselves out of this situation, we're trying to get funding for the buildings, everything, it just builds up. But effectively, like Sarah said, it's another mortgage, and some people can't pay that.
Yeah, and it's a case of what do you do? Like, what do you do in our situation other than just say, listen, we need help? Like, the reason that we've reached out to the council is, one, because obviously they are responsible for the well-being of the people that live, you know, in their vicinity. So we are running out of places to go for help. We've applied for all of the funds that are available for what we physically can apply for, and it's very complicated because, as you probably know from what we've said previously, the buildings here are at varying heights, so they don't all qualify. But the thing with that is, no money has come out or been released or been approved from any of these funds yet, and unless we can start the legal processes to start remediating the building, we can't move this forward. We have to keep paying these costs that we pay each month.
And then of the things that you'll hear the government say, you'll hear them say £5 billion has been put towards this. Don't get me wrong, that's a huge amount of money, but this is an even bigger problem.
But you can't even access that money at the moment. No. That's the thing.
And then when you can get to it, it's for removal of cladding only. Now this scandal, as we call it, our cladding scandal, it's such a bigger issue than just removing cladding. And even if you are lucky enough to get the funding, there's estimates around that I've read up on that you're probably only going to get a third of what your potential bill is paid for you. Now here, our estimation for getting our building fixed is between I've seen £50,000 to £70,000. I mean, it's just completely unsustainable for us to pay that, and it's not our fault. The reality is, if we get kicked out of this building, we don't have anywhere to go.
we can't afford to rent somewhere because we would still be liable to pay our mortgage. So we would still be paying our mortgage. We still have to pay, we still owe the additional costs that are involved because legally at the moment they're still our responsibility. We don't have any friends and family that live in this area at all. We moved away from our family home to live here. We need help and we need it to come fast.
So the only realistic way of getting help at the moment is we got some good news yesterday. There's a amendment put forward in the fire safety bill, and it's called the Portland-Smith Amendment. Now this amendment seeks to protect leaseholders like us in our situation. The government have avoided the vote quite a few times, kicked it back to the Lords. Now the vote is now coming back to Parliament, and they have to vote on it this time. So I think we've said in previous videos, if you don't mind, write to your MP about us. If you go to the link in our bio, you've literally click on the link and the letter is all set up for you. You can customise it if you want. You can literally press a few buttons and the email is sent. Now what we need is that email to go to mainly Conservative MPs, because Conservatives have got the power. Whether you like that or not, we need them to rebel against their own government's decision. So we need backbencher Tory MPs who want to stick up for leaseholders, want to stop this situation happening. I mean, we talk about it because it's happening to us, but this is happening all across the country. It receives very little news coverage because there's a lot going on in the world right now. And the issue, I can't get over to you how big the issue is. So we need your help. We need you to send these letters to your MPs, and it's why we're making this video. Where we don't want to be putting this online for no reason. We are at our last straw here. And
this is our chain to the radiator moment. This is our
it's all we've got. It's come to that. So yeah, I guess I don't know how do we end this.
I guess just please immediately go and click the link.
Right to your MP, regardless of what party they're in. The more people do this, the better.
Share posts that you see about this.
Yeah, feel free to share this video.
Talk to your friends and family about it. We can't let it just become one of those things that disappears because we essentially, what will happen is what's happening to us now. It's 3 years on from Grenfell. We can't. Nobody can sustain this level of expenditure. I'm sure Royal Quay isn't the only building that's having all these same conversations. I didn't realise it was going to happen so quick here. I thought we might have a little bit more time to sort things out, but unfortunately it's going to go down right to the wire, and the people who survive this scandal are going to be the ones that can afford to survive it, and unfortunately that's the truth. The ones that go bankrupt, as people are already going bankrupt, people are already doing voluntary repossessions, those are the people that ran out of money first. It's literally that simple. If you're poor, you're in trouble. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Please, if you would just do all the things, all the little things you've asked.
The link will be in our bios. If you literally click on it, it tells you exactly what you need to do. It can be as little as 2 or 3 clicks. It'll take you all of a minute. Or if you want to personalise it, you can edit it as well, or download the email and send it directly to your MP yourself.
That's it.
Thanks for listening. Fingers crossed we get some good news on this.
It's literally the difference between us becoming homeless or not. Or bankrupt.
Yeah.
Even though we haven't done anything. How's that happened?
I guess one thing to throw into the mix is it's something that's always kind of forgotten, because obviously we're making this video to ask for your help, but all these people are living in buildings that have huge fire risks, and it's only a matter of time before something terrible happens. It just needs fixing.
It's always about the money, isn't it?
Yeah, but it shouldn't be.
More than that, isn't it? Yeah.
Thanks for listening. Write to your MP for us. Really appreciate it. Thank you.